Hello, this tutorial will cover measuring segments, and we're going to use the segment addition postulate, okay, to go work out the following examples. But before we do that, let's state what the segment addition postulate says. So that postulate says the following: let E, D, and F be collinear points with D between E and F. Between E and F. So let's draw a picture first. So this is saying we have a segment and the endpoints are E and F. So this is point E and this is point F, and D is anywhere between the segments. So let's say D is here. Then the postulate, and don't forget postulate is just a fact. We accept this as true, and we're gonna use it, okay? So once we accept this as true, then we say, then this was red. Then the length of EF, the whole segment, is equal to the sum of the two pieces, or ED plus DF. And this is what we're going to use today to solve the following examples, and also to work out the assignment in class tomorrow. Okay, so let's continue. Now we're going to apply the segment addition postulate. So this says the point E is between D and F. So let's draw a picture again. So we have again another segment, and D and F. So E is between D and F. So that means D is one of the endpoints and F is the other, and E is anywhere between. So let's say this is E. And now it says if DE is 6, so that means this is 6, and EF is 8, so this is 8. What is the length of the F? So we're going to use the segment addition postulate to answer this question. So let's state the segment addition postulate first. So DF, the whole segment, is equal to the sum of DE plus EF, and then we're going to substitute for DE and EF. So DE is 6, so this is 6, and EF is 8, so 6 plus 8. So DF is equal to 6 plus 8, which is 14. So as you can see, this is very straightforward, and I hope you understand what we just did here. So now let's scroll down so we can do this other example. Example 2, and let's read it first. And it says again, E is between D and F. DE is 5, so this is 5, and EF is 2x plus 1, and DF equals 5x minus 12. They want to solve for x, and then once we find the value of x, we need to find the lengths of EF and DF. So let's just label. So we know, we're told that DE is 5, so we know this is 5, and EF is 2x plus 1, so this is 2x plus 1, and DF is 5x minus 12, so the whole segment is 5x minus 12. Again, let's state the postulate addition, the segment addition postulate, which says that the whole segment DF is equal to DE, the sum of the two segments, DE plus EF. And now let's substitute. DF, that's 5x minus 12, so this is 5x minus 12 equals DE, which is 5, so that's 5, plus EF, which is 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1. Okay, so let's simplify the right hand side. This is 5, this is 5, so we combine numbers with numbers, so we end up with 5 plus 1, that's 6, so 2x plus 6, and this we haven't done anything yet. Okay, so let's now bring all the x's to the left hand side, so minus 2x, that cancels, and 5 minus 2, that leaves us with 3x minus 12 equals 6. And this is why we reviewed algebra a couple of days the previous week. Okay, hopefully you don't have any difficulty doing this. So then we add 12 to both sides, so plus 12. This cancels, so we have 3x equals 18. Divide by 3, divide by 3, and 18 divided by 3, that's 6. So we find x equals 6. So we found the value of x, but we're not finished yet, okay? Because now we need to find the length of EF and DF. So EF is equal to 2x plus 1. And as we know, x is 6, so that means 2 times 6 plus 1. So EF is equal to 2 times 6, that's 12, plus 1. So in the end we find that DF, the length of EF is 13. Okay, so that's the length of EF. Now we need to find the length of DF. DF is equal to DE plus EF, but DE is 5 and we know EF is 13, so this is going to be 5 plus 13. So DF is 5 plus 13, which is 18, and there's our answer. Okay, so we're done with this one, and if you don't understand, pause the video and then rewind it and watch the example again. And if you still don't understand, then just make sure you ask questions tomorrow morning, okay, and I'll be answering any questions you might have. So now let's move on to the midpoint. So the midpoint says, let me just move this a little bit. Okay, so the midpoint, let me illustrate this with a picture, okay? So let's say we have the concept of the midpoint it's just, I think it's very simple also. So let's say we have, this is point G, and this is point K, and this is point H. And let's say H is a midpoint. So if we say that H is a midpoint, then that means this and this. I hope you remember, we did this in class. GH and HK, this symbol here means that those two segments are congruent. So let's make that statement. So GH is congruent to HK. Okay, and that's what we're going to use to do the other example, the example 3. And let me just fill this in. This is supposed to say GK. Okay. If H is a midpoint of GK, so if H is a midpoint of GK, GH equals 4x minus 5, and HK is 11 plus 2x. Determine the length of GK. So GH, that's 4x minus 5, so let's enter that here. So this is 4x minus 5, and HK is 11 plus 2x. So this one is 11 plus 2x. Now, if H is a midpoint again, which is what they're saying, if H is a midpoint, then that means that GH is congruent to HK. And now we just substitute. That's because of the midpoint. Okay, so 4x minus 5, that's GH, equals 11 plus 2x. And now we're back to solving algebraic equations. So we subtract 2x. Let's bring all the x's to the left hand side. So this cancels, and 4 minus 2, that's 2x, minus 5 equals 11. And then let's bring all the numbers to the right hand side. So plus 5, this cancels, 2x equals 11 plus 5, that's 16. Divide by 2, and we find x equals 8. Okay, now they want us to find the length of GK, so let's do that. GK is equal to, and let's do this on top. I hope you understand what I'm doing. This is instead of GK, we know x is 8, so this is 4 times 8 minus 5, and this one here, that's this one, and this one here is 11. I'm sorry, this one is supposed to say this is 11 plus 2 times 8. Okay, so this is 4 times 8, that's 32 minus 5 plus 11, 2 times 8, that's this one, 2 times 8, that's 16. So this is 16. So then this equals 32 minus 5, that's 27. 11 plus 16, that's again 27, and that's because of the midpoint. So as you can see, the two segments are equal. Each one of them is 27. So 27 plus 27, that gives us 54. So the length of segment GK is 54. Okay? Well, see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.